You
Okay.
first share, let me check it.
Yeah. Uh, very, very good afternoon to one and all present over here. I am Dr. Aarti Joshi and I am Dean Faculty of Management, Director School of Management and RK University, Rajkot, Gujarat. And we are the first accredited university of Western region in, you can say, the whole state, Gujarat. And we also are in many European Union Erasmus Plus project. So today, this short notice, but a very good, you can say, time that I will be getting to interact with many of you. It will be a real pleasure that we will be able to interact with each other. And at any point of time, if you feel, please feel free to drop in the question in the chat box. Okay, so we shall start with the presentation today. Okay, ma'am. So I'll just
Yes.
share my screen and just confirm once it is visible to you, ma'am.
Sure, ma'am, sure.
Okay, ma'am. Is it visible, ma'am? The
Ma'am, your
presentation?
presentation is not visible, ma'am. You have shared the entire screen, but I think you will have to start your presentation.
I started with it. Okay, okay.
Okay,
Hope
done,
it's
done.
visible now. Yeah.
Yes. You have
Okay,
to
just
play,
a
now you have
second.
to play the slide, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am, I'll just play that. Hope it's visible, ma'am.
No, ma'am, the sharing itself is gone.
Oh, oh, just a second, I'll do that again.
PPT is visible.
Okay. Now it will be visible, no?
Yeah. Good.
Okay,
Great, ma'am.
okay. Okay, thank you so much. So, giving a brief introduction about what the different projects I'm involved into, and then I'll start with today's presentation. We have Learning Systems Lab at RK University, and we have a capacity building center under the Erasmus Plus Capstone project. And currently, I'm the project manager of two European Union projects. That is, one is Capstone, that is capacity building in higher education institutions in India, and the second one is Engines, that is employability in the youth of India. So these are the two European Union projects. I am having an experience of 16 years plus in teaching, as well as some of the corporate experience also. And my areas of interest are advertising, social media, digital marketing, teaching, learning, professional development, communication, and strategies. So with this brief introduction, I'll just start with my today's topic. My today's topic is, before we start with any of the sessions, I always keep this and tell all my students also that always start with a beginner's mind. That is, have a fresh absorption capacity. Start your day with a blank paper, the way in which a blank paper is, and whatever you can fill in good inside those, you can say paper. Let it be a good graphic, a good drawing, a good thought, a good deed. Start with those things. So the same way, keep a beginner's mind wherein lots and lots of possibilities are there. Yes. So as well said by Soshin, in the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities, whereas in the expert mind, there are few. So anyone who would like to present their own view, what do you feel? You can write it in the chat box and let me know. Or you can even unmute yourself and share your viewpoints, please. Why it's very important for us as faculties or as students, life learners, that we should have a beginner's mind. Anyone? Okay, then let me just try it out by myself itself. That is, in a beginner's mind, because you are not knowing anything, there is always a curiosity and enthusiasm to learn something new and more. Whereas in an expert mind, you always have something in terms of an assumption that you know all this, you have already done this once, you are already aware about this. So assumptions always are working as roadblocks. Okay. So in the expert's mind, there are lots of roadblocks, maybe for absorbing new things that are already there. Whereas in the beginner's mind, always there is a curiosity and a lot of absorption capacity to see to it that there are lots of opportunities for people around. Okay. So second, coming to, I have learned that education, experience, and memories are three things that no one can take away from you. Three important things. Yes. People say that if you have anything in your hand, people may snatch it away and take it away from you. But the education that you undergo, the experiences that you have in life, and the memories that you create, these three things will ultimately leave you with lots and lots of knowledge, lots and lots of wisdom. Okay. And because of these things, you can be a very, very good, knowledgeable, smart, good to heart human being. Okay. So here, what would happen is, these three things is what you may take with you even after you are no more on this earth, and nobody can take it away from you. You can make lots and lots of good outcomes because of the three things that you possess, that is education, experience, and memories. Okay. The education, it's just not the formal education, it's education along with your social education that you get from the people around you, from your family, from your schooling, from your university education. It's just not the bookish knowledge that you will be gaining, but the knowledge that gets processed and utilized and applied at the time when it is being required. Yes, that is what you term it as education. Your experiences that you will be having, the real life experience, the experience in professional life, personal life, all this adds into you as your individual grow, mature over a period of time. And the memories, because of these things, that is your education, your experience, the daily inputs that you have, it will be creating memories for you that you will be cherishing for a lifetime. People say that you can take away whatever you want that is physical in nature from an individual, but you cannot take away what the person has absorbed in self. So education, experience, and memories are absorbed by an individual. They are there in their minds, in their hearts, in their soul. So you cannot take these things away from them. Okay. So these are the golden words said by Jackson Brown. So now coming up with the thing, I'll just show you one small video. You have to just check out what is the total number of brands you are able to realize, recall in this particular video. Total number of brands. Either you can write down the number of brands or try and remember them, or just let me know how many you are able to count at least. Okay, so all are ready for that?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'll just start with the video. Just a second. Hope you are able to see it.
Ma'am, we are able to see this.
And listen it also. Just confirm once you are able to listen it also, ma'am.
Ma'am, you have to play. It is not.
Yes, yes. Was it audible, ma'am?
No, ma'am, it is not audible.
Was it audible, ma'am?
No, ma'am,
No,
it's not audible.
It's not audible.
Okay.
You have not played, I think.
I played it just to check it out whether it was audible or no.
No, ma'am. मैम ऑडिबल नहीं है.
Okay, ma'am, I'll try out again. Ma'am, yeah, I'm able to hear it also, as well as maximum volume is there.
Huh?
The volume is maximum and it's audible to me.
It has to be played on the Chrome, or else it will not be audible to the participants. Only to
I'm
the
playing in
presenter.
Chrome only, ma'am.
Exactly, I was about to tell that in Gmeet, you have to open it in Chrome and directly from YouTube or Chrome, you have to play it, ma'am. In Gmeet, recorded, downloaded videos, we will not get audio.
Okay, not an issue, ma'am. I'll play that. Just a second, huh, ma'am? Because it is something that everybody will enjoy. I'll just do that. Ma'am, is it visible now?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
If you can send me, madam, I will convert into that MP3, MP4, and then we will play it. If it is,
I'll share you the Google link. Sorry, YouTube link.
Okay, ma'am. It is on YouTube, right?
Yeah, it's on YouTube, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Send me the WhatsApp. I will play from here.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Ma'am, I sent you the WhatsApp.
Ma'am, you can continue with the session. By the time I will upload this.
Okay. Just a second, participants. Again, I'm just trying out. There was one more video, but I think so there are problems with the video. So before that, I'll just.
Ma'am, you will have to unshare for 2 minutes, ma'am.
Sure, ma'am. I'll stop sharing.
Okay.
The following video is a tribute to some of India's most evergreen ads that have truly
I think it is
stayed with us.
audible now.
This song has been entirely
Yes.
orchestrated using the mouth and no instruments were used in its recording.
Do 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 do, that wonderful pea सकते हैं रोज glass full. Do 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 do, wonderful. Do 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 do,
Washing powder Nirma,
wonderful,
washing powder Nirma,
wonderful,
दूध से सफेदी,
wonderful,
Nirma से आए, रंगीन कपड़ा भी खिल खिल जाए, विक्स की गोली लो,
खिच खिच दूर करो. Ula la 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 luleo, ula la 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 leo, ula la la la,
आया नया उजाला,
ula la 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 luleo.
चार बूंदों वाला, we could turmeric, नहीं cosmetic, we could turmeric Ayurvedic cream.
Na 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 na. Vajradandi, Vajradandi, Vico Vajradandi, Vico powder, Vico paste. आयुर्वेदिक जड़ी बूटियों से बना संपूर्ण स्वदेशी
Vico powder, Vico paste.
बोले मेरे लिप्स,
जब सूरज ढले तब सूर्य उगे.
बोले मेरे लिप्स,
All I want is an English Marie.
बोले मेरे लिप्स. बुलंद भारत की बुलंद तस्वीर, बोले मेरे लिप्स. तगड़ तगड़ ता बाताज, बोले मेरे लिप्स.
वो healthy earth, वो healthy people.
क्या आपके दांतों में सड़न है, आपके टूथपेस्ट में नमक है, 10 में से 8 डेंटिस्ट की पसंद है ये टूथपेस्ट.
आप क्लोजअप करते हैं,
पान पराग पान मसाला.
क्या दुनिया से डरते हैं,
ओए बबली ओए बबली.
उल्टी सीधी चलते हैं,
I'll believe it.
आप क्लोजअप क्यों नहीं करते हैं?
क्या आपकी नाजुक त्वचा पे दाखा खुजली होती है, क्या गोरे बन के चक्कर में रोज आपकी बेटी रोती है, क्या आपकी पत्नी कपड़े साधारण साबुन से धोती है, क्या आप अपने शिशु को देती है पौष्टिक आहार. चुभती जलती गर्मी, चुभती जलती गर्मी का मौसम आया. जागो ग्राहक जागो,
जब घर की रौनक बढ़ानी हो, दीवारों को जब सजाना हो. Nerolac, Nerolac, MDH, MD, MD. असली मसाले सब सांभर, पानी पूरी चाट का मसाला, बिरयानी पुलाव फूल का मसाला, बादशाह मसाला. छोड़ना नहीं पकड़े, ना छोड़ना नहीं पकड़े, ना मिर्चा पापा. किचन की हो या गरम मसाला, पाव भाजी आप जो भी चाहे.
हॉस्टल वॉल में रहूंगा मैं, घर नहीं 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 जाऊंगा मैं। जब मैं छोटा बच्चा था बड़ी शरारत करता, चुकी मुंह में रजनीगंधा, कदमों में दुनिया।
Fruity, fresh सौंदर्य साबुत juicy.
तंदुरुस्ती की रक्षा करता है लाइफ बॉय है जहां तंदुरुस्ती है वहां।
School time, action का school time. Classwork, homework, punishment, lecture cut. Good morning, teacher.
लाल काला पीला
Chanduba,
गुलाबी हरा नीला,
Hariba.
क्लासिक है बढ़िया पसंद वाला, क्लासिक का तो मजा है निराला। यही है यही है यही तो है वो, हमें है हीरो। सेविंग्स आपके हाथों में, पापा पेट्रोल खत्म ही नहीं होता। Goddamn annoying kid, तेरा है पर मेरा है। Why'd you wanna sleep with condensation? Whoa, 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 why are you tasting it, Mom? It's edible, it's not edible.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Please read the offer document carefully before investing.
Ding, ding, ding. Hey, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that, do hit like and sign into your Google account and subscribe for updates about our next
It's
videos.
done, ma'am.
If
Thank
you can
you.
guess all the jingles in the video,
Ma'am, your mic is off. If you were trying to say something.
No, ma'am, I'm doing my office work. Sorry.
Okay, sorry. I
Ma'am,
thought you were telling
can
me
you
something.
can you please share the YouTube link of this video?
Sure, sir. I don't know the name, but instead you can just type a tribute to classic Indian ads, or tribute to classic Indian ads.
Sanjay sir, I will share in the chat.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So, did you all enjoy? Just
Yes,
reply in
ma'am.
the chat box, or you can unmute yourself, because the more interactive we are, the more the session will be live. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So, how many number of brands you were able to recall or write or remember? Tell me the numbers or the list, whatever you can do that.
28.
20. Okay, 28. Anybody more than 28?
29, I think. 29.
No, there are still high numbers. Anybody else, please? More, if you were able to actually read, recall, remember. See, this, what I'm trying to do, this is the post-lunch session, remember. So the very first thing that I'm trying to do is trying to grab the attention. The same thing we as faculties, when we enter the class, we can do
But before running the ad, if you could have told us this question and then we could have counted it.
See, multiple things with the same single video can be done. I'll tell you the different strategies we as faculties can utilize with just this one video. Because what I am currently teaching or telling you is about the experiential classrooms. What sort of an environment can we have in our classroom when we enter as faculties in the classroom? So here I'm just trying to do that. Say, for example, this one video of 3 minutes that I played, what was the thing that in instructions I asked all of you to do is try and identify and write down the number of brands that you are able to hear, listen, recall, okay, identify. So that was what was my purpose that I asked all of you to do, okay. Now, in this situation, what actually I'm trying to do is keep all the students on their toes and see to it their maximum concentration, attention, everything is on this particular video. They will see the video so focused. Yes, while their 100% attention is here, because today's biggest problem for the students is to grab their 100% attention in whatever we are teaching them in the class. So with such sort of activities, because the attention span for any of the students today, that earlier was, as per the researchers, was initial 20 minutes for a 1 hour session, that has also reduced nowadays to a very, very short span. Yes, because what is today's, you can say, scenario? Instant food, instant relationships, and everything instant and everything for a very short time duration. Even if you see the product life cycle of products are also reducing day by day. Okay, so same way, when you have the news also, you need the news also in 30 words, 60 words, not more, because you do not have that much of patience to listen, patience to see, patience to understand and absorb. So in that situation, when we want the students' attention for a very, very long time, yes, a session of average, you can say 1.5 hours to 1 hour to 2 hours at times, then how and what should we as faculties do? The very first thing is keep such small activities between your session, the teaching that you will be doing, certain hands-on things that you will make them do so that you will be able to grab their attention. So in this video, when you are listening to the video, when you are seeing the video, certain times you will just listen the brand name. Okay, so if you are aware, you will be able to write it down. So simultaneously, what is happening is your cognitive skills are getting activated. You are able to do very first thing, what? Try and see if you are able to see some logo on screen. One. Second thing, what? So your eyes are activated. Your one of the sense that is of seeing is activated. Second, you are trying to hear. After hearing, you are trying to listen and process it in your brain and trying to remember that is there any brand name coming? Let me try and remember, listen thoroughly, concentrating it. Okay, third thing that you do with your fine motor skills also, start writing those things down. So again, that is also getting activated. So your cognitive skills, your fine motor skills, so many things are happening simultaneously, and 100% of the attention of the students is being able to grab by such an activity. Okay, so got my point. What was the purpose? Actually, once again, when you are free, just sit down and watch the video once, twice, thrice. Okay, every time there will be some more brand names that you will be adding to your list. The list is more than 45 to 50 brands. So when you are telling me 28, it's 50% only that you are able to get to know. Okay. So once again, when you will be seeing the video, there will be more brands that you will be able to add to it. Yeah. So again, moving down to the next slide, I'll start my sharing. Okay, so this was the purpose behind this particular video that I had shown you. I had actually 4 to 5 different videos, but every time then I will have to tell Nikhat ma'am to please help me out for playing the video. So we all are a part of the education sector, and education sector mainly belongs to the service industry, which ultimately is comprising nowadays of 70% of contributor to the India's GDP, more than 70 if I say. So earlier India was what you term it as agriculture economy, then we turn to a manufacturing economy. Now majority of us are in the service sector, and education is a part of the service sector. So when we talk of the education, when we talk of service sector, and services itself comprise of, you can say, 7 different P's of marketing. And specifically for service, if I say, then we have 3 P's of marketing specifically for services in addition to the regular 4 P's of marketing. So these 3 P's comprises of, 1, what I would like to share is people, second is physical ambience, and third is process. Okay, so we as the education faculties in the education sector, we play a very important role of people. We as individuals, as I said, experience is something that nobody will be able to take from an individual. So we as faculties, we are supposed to give an experience to the students in the classroom, an experience wherein they would feel very, very pleasant, they would learn, they would enjoy your sessions. They would not like to bunk your session from any part of the world. They would like to see to it that they want to be a part in your classroom. They don't want to miss your class at any cost. Yes. because they are creating experiences for a lifetime. Whatever you have tried and told them in the session, whatever you have tried and explained them in the session, they will remember that for a lifetime. And that is what I'm trying to tell you, that as an educationalist, as a academician, we should always see to it, it's just not our basic knowledge related to the subject that we share, but real life education, real life experiences, real life problem solving is what we should be doing for our students so that they learn all these things. If we talk about the 21st century skill set, yes, very, very important different skills are, you can say there are so many different skills. Out of them, very first is communication skills, teamwork, problem solving, interpersonal skills, decision making, critical thinking, creative thinking, so many of them. But ultimately, as academicians, it's our duty that we are able to cultivate all of these skills first into ourselves and then pass it on these to the others in the students community. Yes, so very, very important part of the service industry and education is faculties. You cannot miss that out. You need to keep yourself updated. You yourself need to have that interpersonal skill. You need to be very extrovert. You need to be very approachable in front of your students. They should not be feeling afraid in coming and asking their difficulties, their doubts. You need to mentor them. So all these are very, very important aspects of what you term it as an experience creation in your class. Hope I'm clear with it. Nikhar ma'am, I'll need once again your help, and I'll need one more video to be played of KLM and WestJet Airlines.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, if you unshare your PPT, I will share that.
Sure, ma'am. Anybody is going to play that, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. I'm playing that.
Okay.
A dog is there, right?
Yes.
Yes.
In that, ma'am, it's KLM Airlines Lost and Found specifically.
Ja, ontzettend leuk. Persoonlijk vind ik hem gewoon een aanwinst voor het bedrijf. En hij kan ook echt
Just
iets
read
wat
the
niemand anders kan.
subtitles and you will understand it.
Ons primaire doel is om gevonden voorwerpen zo snel mogelijk terug te brengen naar de eigenaar. We houden daarvoor een social media in de gaten en de crew die na elke vlucht het vliegtuig checkt. Ik vind het ook wel heel erg leuk dat we natuurlijk een beetje hulp daarbij krijgen.
See who comes to help. The dog is able to smell whose passengers' property is being lost and will go and identify in the launch.
Trainen op spierkracht, uithoudingsvermogen.
And he is being trained for that.
Ja, en als je die reacties ziet, dan is dat eigenlijk wel heel mooi.
hij komt regelmatig langs. Maar ja, ik moet ook eerlijk bekennen, ik verwen hem ook wel.
Mind your step. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Ja, ontzettend leuk.
I think one more video is there, right, ma'am?
Yes, there is one more video of WestJet Airlines of Christmas, wherein Santa Claus would be.
Okay, ma'am, we'll play that also.
Okay, by the time you search, I'll just brief about this video. In this video, all of us saw that there is just one small member in the team, and that is a dog who is going and giving the passengers the items they left behind by mistake. They forgot to collect with themselves when they are going back. Yes. So as an airlines, they don't want that their passengers lose out onto their you can say loud belongings back in the flight. So what do? They take the help of this particular small sweet doggy, and with the help of that team member, what do is they give them the doggy is being very well trained how to identify, and then once the person the doggy is able to identify it, and the whatever belonging that is being left out is put in his pocket, and one of the team member accompanies the sweet doggy, and both of them go over there, identify the passenger, confirm that is this their property, hand it over to them and tell them this particular small team member of ours has tried to see to it that it gets back to you. So this is a memorable experience that you are giving to your passengers in flight and even after the flight is over. Yes, so it's just not about a small member in the team dog, but what here we need to be understanding is that how important are you making the opposite person feel that it's such a pleasant thing to see to it that they are able to get their things that they had by mistake forgotten on flight. Okay, so this is what it's all about. Okay, ma'am, if you are able to identify by that time. You can play it if it's found.
'Twas a night before Christmas. And
again, this one is a very memorable one.
The good folks at WestJet had a miracle planned. On the eve before flying, the guests were in their beds. Visions of traveling danced in their heads. While out on the runway, something secret had arrived. It was left in the lounge. 'Twas a Christmas surprise.
Hello there! Is that Cohen? What are you looking for Christmas this year, Cohen? A choo-choo train? A classic!
Just listen to each and every person what they are asking to the Santa Claus.
What would Mommy and Daddy like for Christmas?
Big TV.
Yeah, big TV.
A big TV! You're looking fabulous!
Oh, I need to.
It's okay if you just want to stare at me as well.
What I need is new socks and underwear.
An Android tablet.
Is that William beside you? And Cameron?
Some Santa boots.
Stuff in store.
While the guests told their Christmas wishes to good old St. Nick, WestJetters took notes and got ready to shop quick. It was a great rush with the 2 flights in the air to get all those presents. Not a moment to spare.
Sleigh bells ringing, there's children singing tonight. Lights are bright, I know it's a beautiful sight. Snowflakes falling, the world is snowy and white. Santa's coming to town, it's coming tonight.
Hey, Thomas, let's get it.
Christmas cheer and celebrations all across the line. This time of year, expectations all in for the night.
flying with us at WestJet. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of your flight.
Passengers are in flight, while the best gifts that they wanted for Christmas, which they asked Santa, are being getting packed here by the back-end team of the airlines.
But was everything ready? We all had to wait for the moment of truth at Carousel 8.
Merry Christmas!
See the expressions that people are having. कई बार बोलते हैं ना कि अगर लक्ष्मी जी आती है और पूछती है आपको क्या चाहिए, बंदा बोल दे और जिसने जो मांगा, ऐसे ही सांता क्लॉज ने जिसने जो भी मांगा उसको वो मिल गया.
The guests never expected what they'd asked of Saint Nick would actually appear. It was all quite a trick. A WestJetter would
50-inch
say,
television.
it was more than
ऐसे ही
mere
बोल दिया कि हम लोग ऐसा प्लान कर रहे हैं, अगर मिल जाता तो अच्छा था, और मिल गया.
all work as one. We'll give Santa the last word on this most special night.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good flight. Ho, ho, ho!
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, so here again, what I'm trying to, with this, both the ads, as I said, the previous video of KLM Airlines I've already briefed. With this video, what I'm trying to tell you is that the WestJet Airlines, it's just an airlines. Why do they need to do all such things? It's just not one thing that they want. They want their passengers to have this Christmas a memorable one, because it's once in a lifetime that this as an experience that you would have at WestJet, the airport, the expressions, did you see each one of them? That maybe they would have just said that Santa Claus is this is something AI that is there when it was being asked to them, when they had to show their boarding passes and have a word with Santa. But they never knew or assumed that this is just going to be getting converted to a reality when they offload from the plane. Yes, so this is something that they will never ever forget, and that we as faculties should be giving as an experience to our students in the class. Yes, that they would remember each and every session of ours. They would like to see to it that they do not miss out onto a single session of ours. Yes, they would wait desperately for our session to arrive and see to it that what they learn from our session. And that is the role of us as faculties. Yes, each member, you just saw each and every member's hard efforts. It's just not one individual faculty in the institution, but each and every faculty in the institution plays a very, very important role. That, yes, WestJet's experiential marketing, true, Farhan sir. So, Farhana, ma'am, okay, sorry. So, in that, what I'm trying to tell is what now we as faculties need to be doing. It's just not one individual, but it's a team of each one of them contributing their bit to see to it that the students get the best and best out of all. Okay, so this is what is to be done and learned from this particular video. I'll start back with my presentation. Okay, so coming back to, in all affairs, it's a healthy thing to hang a question mark on the things you have long taken for granted. A very well-known quote given by Bertrand Russell. What does he say? A person is known by the questions he asks. This is a very, very important thing. Same way, make your sessions full of curiosity. Let the students ask so many different questions to you that they feel that, oh, it's a great time for them to learn in your session. Okay. Coming to the next. A breakthrough initiative that is transforming learning experiences for teachers and students through the effective use of learning theories and cognitive neuroscience. In the recent researches that have been taken place is, what is the thing that everybody is selling today? Yes, in this COVID times, what people want? Immunity, one. And second is happiness. You never know what is the lifespan of an individual today. Life have become very uncertain. So what people want is happiness. They want to be happy. They want to be cheerful. Yes. And we as students, we as faculties, we need to see to it that we make the life of our students very happy, while almost they are here with us for almost 7 to 8 hours of the day. That is 1/3 of the day they spend with us at the institutes. And out of that, let it be just 1 or 2 hours a day that they are interacting with you as a faculty individually. But make those 1 or 2 hours of a day really very memorable for them, so that when you are not with them, they remember each and every lesson that they learned in your session, in your class. Okay. So what sort of a classroom you create as a faculty for your students? A stressful one or a memorable one? A happy one, or just for the sake of class? Physically they are there, mentally they are somewhere else. Yes. So how does that have or play a role for you as individuals, as faculties? Anybody would like to share their own experiences, that what sort of things you do in your class to make the class feel happy, as well as they enjoy whatever you want them to learn? Anybody would like to share? I'll be happy to hear from you. Yes, anybody? Unmute yourself and feel free to share.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
I used to talk in their language. Some of the latest movies, some of the, their recreations, their hobbies, related things I used to talk, so that they'll be more interesting for them. Then and there, I used to have some talking along with their lines of thinking.
Very
so
good,
that
sir.
makes them interesting. Yes.
Yes. Immediate engagement. Whatever today's generation likes, sees, watches, does. If we are also able to see to it that we are also doing the same, we will have some common thread wherein we will be able to engage with them and connect with them easily, right?
Yes.
So things such as, you can say, this generation is very, very, you can say, gadget savvy, tech savvy. So if we talk something related with the latest gadgets with them, they like, oh, this faculty knows such a lot about the technology, the gadgets. That could be one area. The second area could be the celebrities in the Hollywood, Bollywood, Hollywood, wheresoever they belong to. So you are able to connect that well. Third area could be again cricket, as IPL is coming. Yes, 9th onwards, that is tomorrow onwards, we will be able to see IPL, and people are hell lot of crazy behind this.
Yeah.
Okay. So that could be another area where you can try and establish connections with your students. Another very important thing is web series, that today's students, they just do not like to miss, and lots of content is available over the internet. So they are exploring, almost you can say, the way in which I said 1/3 of the day they are spending with us at the institutions. Same way, almost 3 to 4 to 5 hours a day they are spending online. So they are having their own individual online personality, virtual personality. We as faculties also need to be present, just not physically in class with them, in front of them, but we have to also be there along with them in their internet world. Okay. So in this internet world, they have to see to it that they are able to connect with us virtually also. Let it be on any of the social media platforms. That is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Instagram is the hot favorite amongst today's generation. So we also need to be present on Instagram, right? So this is what today's generation is living. We also need to be a part of this particular generation. So here the answer to the question, does the classroom have to be stressful for teachers and students? I would say no. It should be a place where the teachers and the students enjoy being together, a place where they are doing a lot of work together, right? So this is what they should be focusing on to. Now, just a small workout that you can try and do on a paper for 2 minutes or 5 minutes time. That is, identify a subject, a topic, or a course that you are teaching or you are likely to teach in the upcoming semester. Second, what you can do is, you can write down 1 or 2 concepts from that subject that you think students find difficult to understand. Okay, you can focus on that. Write down 1 or 2 concepts from the subject that you think students find or found particularly challenging to understand. Then we can try and find out what would be the best way that we will be able to serve them so that they remember, they recall, as well as they are able to understand and apply it whensoever they get the chance to apply in their real life. So take a 2 minutes time and try and identify it. I'll urge to each one of you, please do that, and I'll ask any one of you who would like to share it. Just take 2 minutes time and write it down. Yes, anybody would like to share? What concepts or the subject, what they are finding it difficult? Or maybe you are finding it difficult that it is a tough topic and they are not able to listen thoroughly or understand, or they find it boring. Any one of you would like to share, feel free. See here, all of us are here to learn from each other.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
I am Dr. Sanjay Manocha from Bharati Vidyapit, New Delhi.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Like in the subject entrepreneurship, there is one topic that is the role of the financial institutions or role of the government in promoting entrepreneurship.
Okay, sir.
So in this topic, students require vast knowledge, and whenever we are giving them using our own, by sharing our own content and showing them the through videos also, still they want to have a feel of that how they can be benefited by when actually they will be doing it, so they will be learning it more. So that time I feel that they may maybe they are out of the track.
Okay.
That how actually they will be getting the real feel of what the government is doing for them whenever they want to take any subsidy from the government.
Okay, so in this case, I don't know, maybe I'll just give you an example. What you can try is, at least let them go and try and out that what sort of forms that they are supposed to be filling, what sort of process they are supposed to be following. Okay, and 1 or 2 panel discussion of the people who have already undergone those schemes, or how they would have funded their own startups in the entrepreneurship. You can contact them, you can come, invite them in your session, ask them to share their experience, that what were the stages they passed through, and let them interact with the students. Let the students get the answers from them directly. And this will be the way in which the real life problem of how that funding happened with that XYZ scheme from the government to that particular startup, and what was the thorough experience in that, and what was the learning of that individual of the startup owner was there, that can be shared with the students. So that will be something really, really helpful for the students for a lifetime. This can be one of the way in which you can do that.
Yeah, actually, I do this also. I usually call the entrepreneurs also from the external world, like from the MSME, and I like them to interact with the students on the entrepreneurial opportunities and how the fund can be from the government.
Yes. Secondly, you can also invite people from the government department for that particular scheme. What and how exactly that scheme is beneficial for the students and how they can take the maximum advantage of that. And many times the government officials, it's their target to spread awareness. You would be very well aware about that. That the government has given the target to each one of them, each of the departments, and see to it that the funds that they are supposed to be disbursing in a specific time duration needs to be dispersed, and they have to do regular such awareness workshops. So you can also contact the government officials for doing such things.
Okay,
And they
right,
will be very
right.
happy. They will be very happy to interact with the students and give them the detailed information about the funds and the schemes.
Okay. So, and we then the officials contact we can have from the government websites only.
Yes, from the government websites, and under this you can say Atmanirbhar Bharat, as well as the startup challenges. The M2M currently the one that is going on under iHub.
Okay.
So you can sensitize with the government official itself to the students. And many times it's a fact. See, whatever we as students, as faculties, we tell to the students on a daily basis because they know us, they would take us for granted. But the same thing when an outsider would come and tell, they would be getting impressed. So many times it's good to take, you can say, help from such an external entity also. Specifically from the government officials, they will be very, very impressed.
Okay, one more thing I would like to know, ma'am, that like I also teach a subject of advertising and marketing communication to my students.
Great.
So in this, ma'am, like if you want to know, if you want to connect with the entrepreneur who has who has worked on the digital media and using the digital media, they have made their company successful. So do you have a link of any such person so that we can connect with him or her?
Yes, sir. Are you present on Instagram?
Yes, ma'am.
Then you can follow Raj Shamani, you can follow Digital Pratik. All of them are doing great. You would be really, you can say, astonished. They charge 1 lakh rupees for 1 hour to come and just interact with your students at the college.
But that will be so much high, ma'am, for our university students.
So I'm not asking you to invite them. Instead, just you can follow them on Instagram and they give some really good tips. You can just follow and see what sort of work they do, how they do that. And
Yeah,
the students can get inspired
Raj
from
Shamani
this.
and one another person. What's the name of
Digital
another one?
Pratik. Digital Pratik.
Digital Pratik. Okay. And I will also like to connect with you also as you are teaching this subject. So as and when I I want some material or content,
Sure,
definitely
sir.
I will be linking with you.
Yeah, sir.
Please share your contact details.
Yes, at the end, yes, I have that in my slide, and
Okay,
I'll
okay.
also put it down in the chat box so that I will be very happy to connect with all of you.
Right, ma'am.
Okay, so
Thank you.
moving again ahead, it's a long time that we are talking, right? So maybe many of you are getting bored, right? So currently, we'll do more small activity because it's already a big time that we are talking. So maybe you are bored, you are not paying attention. So let me check out. So what do you see? Just observe thoroughly and let me know. What are these that you are able to see? Anybody would like to answer? What you are able to see on screen?
Some closed boxes and open boxes.
Closed boxes, open boxes, okay. What else?
And then numbers behind them.
Okay, numbers associated with them. Then what else? some diagonal lines, some horizontal lines, some vertical lines, some closed boxes, some open boxes, some shapes, and some numbers associated with them. Okay, going to the next slide. Now, just one more time, I'm showing you the previous one. And next will be the numbers that you see. From the numbers that are shown on the next slide, you can try out something. Yes, were you able to do something with these numbers?
No.
Nothing? Seeing the previous slide, could you do something with these numbers?
Be the same shapes we can draw here continuously and then come and see what is happening.
So we'll be able to do that. Any one of you or all of you? Okay, next, see. Able to see what is there, and here after this you said was right now. So was this thing helping me do? What did I try and do? Just one small activity. What I did was I showed you 1 to 9 numbers. I showed you some symbols associated with each number. What I tried and asked you is just to see the slide. Just try and see what it is. Just try and recall what when I'm asking you. So if you had it in your mind, if you were 100% over here, if you're 100% following what I was telling, the instructions that I was giving, you are able to hear, listen, interpret, remember, and then when I asked, what can you do of these numbers? So were you able to recall the exact shape or the symbol that was associated with this number? And if yes, you could be able to do this. Yes. So it means you are back with me in the presentation. You are nowhere else. You are currently with me. So just this small activity in class and the students are back with us. Wherever their attention span would have gone, whether they are sitting just physically here in the class and outside somewhere with the friends in the lone imagination that yes, next we'll be doing this party after the moment the session gets over. Or we'll be going out and having some fun. Yes? So from all that thoughts, they will be back over here with us in the class. Okay, next. The same symbols when are arranged, the same symbols that are being shown here with the numbers and the type when arranged in a particular way is making what you can see, a sort of matrix that is visible, right? So just see, 5 is present in the whole box. The same over here is there. Can you see that? The association. So when each one of them are associated or put in a particular thing, this is the outcome. Okay. So different things of the same activity for grabbing the attention can be done in class just for a fraction of, you can say, 2 to 3 minutes or 5 minutes, so that the students are back with us in the topic that we are. Okay. Okay, so now coming to how people learn. Yes? Anybody can tell me, how do we learn? What is our methodology of learning, our way of learning? Anybody? How do we learn as individuals, as groups, as humans, as a part of society? What is our way of learning? Anybody? Hope I'm there. Yes, who would like to share? How do we as people learn? We don't learn anything anyway.
Participants can unmute and speak directly. Yes, Farhana ma'am.
They collect information from different sites like books, internet, browse, or society, or individuals or groups, and then they memorize, and finally, when they get by it, and try to implement where it is appropriate.
Okay, very good. Ma'am, we are talking of today's world. As individuals, tell me, from when do we start learning? This is how, but from when do we start learning? Anybody would tell me?
It is rote learning, memorizing things and recollecting things.
Okay, I'm telling from when do we start learning? What age, what time do we start learning? Anybody can tell?
Maybe some 2 or 3 months old.
Okay.
From first day.
Ma'am, Preetha has written from childhood.
Yes, from childhood, from you can say 2-3 months to first day. Anybody else, even previous to that, who would like to answer?
Maybe when we are with our mother before birth.
Yes, that is a point. When we are just coming, we are just getting, you can say, formed in the mother's womb. From that point of time, we start learning so many things. In Mahabharata, we know that Arjun learned so many things inside the mother's womb itself, the whole Chakravyu. Yes. So learning is a phase that's right starting the moment we are getting ourselves being framed in our mother's womb itself. So that is the learning phase that has already been initiated, and the time we die, we are continuously learners for a lifetime. So never ever stop learning, because that is something that keeps us growing, that keeps us keeping life. The moment we become stagnant, we stop learning, we are almost outdated and nobody around would be accepting us. So learning is a continuous lifelong process. And how do we learn? There's 3 stages of backward design, and from that we would be learning and keeping things into our minds, the way in which we learn. Very first is we need to plan it, that what exactly in terms of results we wish to deliver. So first we need to be identifying the desired results of what we want the students to learn. So from that we will be making some acceptable evidences that will convince them that whatever they are learning is right and thorough. And third thing, that planned learning experiences is, what do we mean by that is, what sort of learning experience we wish that our students get, and are the desired results, assessments and learning activities, all 3 things aligned together. So this is a very important aspect. Say for example, I am teaching the subject of communication skills for students in my MBA program. Yes. Now what do I want in terms of the end result that the students should be knowing? They should be able to fluently talk in the language that is accepted worldwide, that is English. Second, they should be full confident while they are speaking. They should not be nervous. They should be able to present things very well. Yes, they should be very much in a position to express themselves exactly the way that is being expected. So this is a type of communication skills that will be oral, written, through their body language. That is what I'm expected in terms of results that are being desired. So for that, what should be the learning experience that I should be designing? What should be the assessments that should be planned, and what should be the in-class activities that should be aligned so that ultimately the desired results are achieved? So here at RKU, we have planned the whole subject in a way that we do not have the written traditional pen and paper exam. Instead, what do? We have, for communication skills manager, for managers, what do is, we have a 20 marks role play that the students need to do. We have a 20 marks group discussions that the students need to do. We have a 20 marks article analysis that the students need to do, so their written skills are improved. We have a 20 marks, you can say, video analysis also that the students need to do. So by doing the video analysis, they are able to see listen, understand, interpret, and then present exactly what the whole video was trying to say in terms of a presentation as well as a written report. So their written communication skills also get improved. Article analysis, they have to read the whole article from the newspaper that is being given to them. Yes, they have to understand what does it try to say. They have to interpret between the line, what is the meaning of that. They have to be able to identify the jargons, what are the different management jargons being used in that. That is the way, that is how we design a whole experience for that subject for the student. And each and every class, if it is of listening, if it's of speaking, if it's of writing, whichever class for the communication that they are undergoing, they will be doing that with a hell lot of activities and not just remembering the 7 C's of communication and writing it down in their exams, but not actually implementing. That is what we don't do. We make them do these things in the class and get the things done from them. Okay. So this is how you design it. Okay. Now, what sort of learning outcomes you are expecting? As I just said, I just went it in detail. Here is a theoretical framework of the same about what the communication skills of managers I showed you, I talked about. Okay. So now there are some thoughts. Teaching is less about what the teacher does than about what the teacher gets the students to do. As I already said, shared. 7 C, communication ke likh ke do. Clarity, conciseness, clear, all that. Everybody knows that. But if you ask them that, give them a particular situation and they are supposed to do a role play on that situation, keeping all the 7 C's into consideration of communication, then they will do those things and they will remember it instead of just mugging up the 7 C's of communication. So get things done from the students rather than you just teaching them. Second, give the pupils something to do, not something to learn. And the doing is of such a nature as to demand that things that is thinking, learning naturally will be the result or the outcome of that. A very well-known educationalist, that is John Dewey, has said this. Again, coming to I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. This is also, again, a very well-known Chinese proverb. It says these things. Just a second. And lastly, the first principle of true teaching is that nothing can be taught. The teacher is not an instructor or taskmaster. He is a helper and a guide. His business is to suggest and not to impose. So this is a very important thought that we as faculties need to have it in our mind. We are not here to put something what is there already in the book or what is already there on the internet to the same thing that we are telling them to the students. Instead, make them understand the crux of what exactly that concept or theory is meaning. How that concept be applicable in their real life. Let them do that. And from that doing, they will be learning, right? So coming now to active learning. These are again the theoretical aspects that I've already discussed, and we shouldn't be doing that. Yes. As I said, make them do the things instead of just going in the class and giving big lectures. Involve them in the activities. Design and plan activities according to the topic that you are teaching. Okay. Now the change from the knowledge-based economy is to the skill-based economy, competencies-based economy. We also as faculties need to have this from knowledge-based, because knowledge now is available everywhere with everybody. It was earlier limited to the libraries, then limited to the limited books and all that, limited theories that the teachers used to teach in class. Now it is available everywhere on the internet and everybody is having the access to that. So the next thing is we have to become skill-based as faculties, and we have to also see to it that these skills and competencies are there within us as faculty so that we can pass it on to the students. Okay. So different activities for each subject you should be able to plan. You should have a good lesson plan of yours comprising of one activity at least for 2 hours, wherein you can engage your students and give them a hands-on experience of the concept, very important fundamental base of the subject that you are trying to teach. Okay. So this is, as I said, if it's a passive session, what will happen is over a period of time, from the 70% attention, what you will be getting is it will go down. But if it's active learning, it will be going up. So this is the whole graphical representation of the same. Clear? What time duration, what happens? So what you can do is, you can do so many different activities to make each one of them active in your class. Okay. Between every 10, 15, 20 minutes of lecture that you would be giving, or the theoretical subjects or concepts that you will be teaching them, you should be having some or the other activity in terms of fillers for having the hands-on experience of what you have taught to them in this 15-20 minutes of the conceptual theoretical teaching that you did. Okay. Nikhil ma'am, can you tell me how much time I have?
Ma'am, you have another 20 minutes.
Okay, ma'am. So I thought let me continue. Okay. Now you can do, okay. Very important. Say for example, what I do, I'm sharing my own experiences that you can do for engaging your students. First is use of movies in class to connect with the students. As sir had earlier said, that he discusses some topics that the students do interact, talk about, and he talks in the same language so that the connection with the students and engagement with the students increases. So I also do, I take the subject of management information system also. And in that, you can say subject, when almost many things are covered up, I almost see to it that we have one session of the movie Eagle Eye. Yes, it's a very good movie and so many different concepts of management information system are being covered in the movie. And when we are watching the movie, what do is, we pause and relate the theoretical concept that we had studied in the class earlier with the one that is currently being shown in the particular movie. Second, very important recent, you can say, documentary that is released on 9th of September on Netflix, that is Social Dilemma. So if you get a chance, try and watch out this, because all of us are currently present on different social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram. I'm also present. You can try and find me on Facebook as well as Instagram with the name Aarti Joshi. Okay, and we can connect. So there is another, you can say, documentary, Social Dilemma, on how exactly these social media platforms operate at the back end is shown. And the same I can very well explain and relate with the subject management information system that I am teaching to my students in the class. So they are very well able to relate both of them very nicely in the language, in the terms they are able to understand. So they enjoy the sessions like anything. Second, use of cartoons and Charlie Chaplin movies for communication skills. So many things in terms of body language. Without uttering a single word, Charlie Chaplin expresses such a lot of things. Yes, why can't we use that in our sessions? Just to understand what is the body language of an individual that is being shown currently and how you are able to relate with which particular gesture or posture or emotion. Third, use of emoticons in class for the students. When any of the students is giving, you can say, responses in the class, we can tell them this particular sort of an emoticon is what, or a badge, you can use it, okay, for a specific type of behavior. So these are certain things that we can be doing. Next, nowadays very, very important is storytelling or story creation. Give them situations or express different stories in class, discuss with them, ask them to create their own stories and share with the class. This also helps in creating good bond between the different students among the class and also between the faculty and the students. Okay, next, very important is also a class setup, individual dress up for a particular session. Say for example, you are going to take up a session of rural marketing. Yes, this is what we do at RK University. If I'm going to do, you can say, a session on rural marketing, I would make my students see to it that my classroom is looking like a real rural Chopal area. We have huts, we have chopals, we have small shops, exactly the way it would be in a very, very remote rural village of India. And they're exactly how the marketing by a individual shopkeeper would be done to the consumer is shown. We take the students to the remote villages. We go and with the students groups, we ask them that you go and explore the different shops and see to it that how they are doing the marketing. Yes. So this is how, if they are doing, you can say, Kerala tourism, they make the whole classroom as if they are currently in Kerala itself. They have coconuts, they have the big, you can say, coconut trees around in the, that is a get-up that they do. They dress up as how the people in Kerala would dress up. In the kasavu sari and in the white, you can say, dhoti by the men and white half-sleeve shirt, putting the white tika on the forehead. So this is how you get that feel of making and understanding a particular situation. You are experiencing that currently. Yes, you are currently studying what the subject of service marketing. Again, in that, the case study of Kerala tourism. And you feel that currently you are in Kerala itself. So this is how the whole thing, that charm of studying a subject, you as a teacher need to be developing. Again, next strategy that you can do is, you can have maximum use of case studies, role plays, group discussions, video analysis, article analysis, debate, and everything in your class. Many, you can say, use of technology and applications, apps also can be done. We use a lot of Kahoot in my classes. That is, we design the quiz on Kahoot. All of you would be very well aware about it. It's one of a very good app. You can design a quiz on that, and then before you start your class or between you feel the attention span is going down, then you can ask the students to play that quiz that you have already designed, like the brand name and which company it belongs, who is the brand endorser of which particular brand. All those things you can put it out in front of a quiz for your particular subject online, and students can play. For time being of 10 minutes, you can just ask 10 questions, 10 minutes, and the attention span is again with you in the class. You can also use Canvas LMS and add puzzle for your sessions. Okay. This is, you can say, one activity that I wanted you to do, but it's now just because this activity whole would be more than 20-25 minutes, and it will take a lot of time, but I'll just briefly tell you that what you can do. You may think over for a time being that what your colleagues might say if you are doing such new innovative practices in class. So you can think about that, like, I have been lecturing for 15 years and I have the best students' feedback in my department. I don't need to change and develop any of these new skills. That could be one. So these are the different thoughts that I'm just showing here. You need to do in terms of an activity, in terms as a group activity, and what you feel that people might think and what could be your response to this particular thought. But as we have less time, I'm not currently doing this. So thank you. And if you have any questions, I'm ending my session over here. Please feel free to ask. Anybody, I'm really open for the feedback also and for the questions also.
Yes, madam, your session was quite interactive, and it has given a insightful thoughts to all of us, that what are the areas where the faculty need to work upon and how they can better connect with the students.
Okay. Anybody else who would like to share? Any feedbacks or any questions? Feel free to ask.
I find it requires a lot of works involved in engaging students in the class. We need to work hard in many ways. We cannot just prepare for listen and go and teach. So a lot of other things are also required. Probably some faculty may sacrifice some time on those aspects, and other faculty may not be able to put time on those aspects. They have to focus on precisely the subject. They don't talk about whether I feel that is going to err rather than the ear of the students. They don't bother. So like that, so many things happening. So that is why I feel that as a faculty, you're supposed to understand their minds, how this works, and accordingly make sure that even a word uttered, they should reach them. Otherwise, no point in teaching in to the walls or air there in the class. So whatever we teach, that should reach them. For that, whatever precautionary measures or all kind of steps you are told about, initiate process, excitement then and there, and kind of storytelling or whatever way, we have to induct so many aspects in the teaching, so that as a package, it should be reachable to the students. And that way, you should work more hard on that. That's why I feel. Yeah. You covered most of the aspects. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Madam, I just would like to say, like, most of these things will work offline. So any suggestions to identify the online activities? Because as such, with our institute, yet we are in the online mode. So anything which is...
Fact, ma'am, currently we are also in the online mode. And to be very honest, my parents, my uncle, my whole family is COVID positive. And I'm the only person currently taking care of my whole family. And from that situation, because I highly respect and have lots of regards for Nikhat ma'am, on very short notice, I can never deny her or never say no to her. So I just presented myself for this session. And I'm having so many different activities that we can do. Specifically, madam, do try out Kahoot. Students will love it.
Okay, definitely.
Yeah, to add on what Aarti ma'am said, it is really a challenge to engage students in experiential learning in online. But I have tried out one or two things. If you look at my profile in the Google Meet, you could see the picture of some handmade jute articles and mentioned as SDG 3. I teach a course on corporate social responsibility and sustainability. So I gave this assignment to the students to select one of the sustainable development goals and post their picture along with 2 or 3 collage pictures of a particular SDG goal that they are interested in, so that they can work on it further for assignments. So this activity turned out to be very interesting. Students came out with, I just can't imagine the kind of, the creativity they had. They came out with so many good profile pictures, and I have compiled them. It was a very good experience. So we can take that extra step to engage the students. That is what I'm trying to tell you. We can take that extra step to engage the students even in online mode. And apart from Kahoot, Quizzes is another site, platform that I use very frequently, which is very useful. Thank you.
Yeah, Pritha ma'am, it's a fact that you shared, and I really appreciate the efforts that you're doing. And just as faculties, what we need to think and design activities that are being liked most by the students. We need to be a part of their lives rather than just keeping a distance. We need to get involved with them. We have to become of their age and see to it that what and which terms they are able to understand. We have to give them in that way.
Yes, totally agree, ma'am. Totally. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so Nikhat ma'am, with this we end the meeting.
Madam, please share your contact details, Aarti ma'am.
Sure, I just forgot. Thank you, sir, for reminding me. I'll just share it.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll share it in the chat box.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
No problem. Whoever needs ma'am's number, you can just drop me a message. I will share the details of ma'am. Okay, ma'am has already shared the number.
I've already shared. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for timely help.
Anytime, madam, I can never say no to you.
Yeah, I know. And last moment, but it was a really wonderful session. I hope everybody has enjoyed it.
That is what I want to know. That is, hope they enjoyed. They didn't feel it boring. because it's a post-lunch session.
No, it was wonderful. It was wonderful listening to you, ma'am. Great lecture. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, the video I will be sending